presenting Shri Vishwataarak Ratnatrayi Vidhya Raajitam Jainism course written by Param Pujya Sadhviji Bhagwan Shri Maniprabha Shriji Maharaj Saheb. Presenting to you 5th topic Tattvagyan's episode 4 from book 1 of Jainism course. In this episode, we'll be learning about Lesha. Lesha is a very well-known terminology of Jain Darshan. Lesha is the coloring of the soul on account of its association with karmic matter. The color of Lesha varies from person to person depending on the psychic states and mental activities behind an action. Lesha means color, sentiment and aura. It is divided into 6 types. Due to the perversion of inauspicious karmas in the Atma, Krishna, that is black, Neel, dark blue, Kapot, light blue like a dove, Pudgal Dravya of these 3 colors are formed. And due to the nature of auspicious karmas in the Atma, Tejo, that is yellow, Padma, pink, Shukla, white, Pudgal Dravya of these 3 colors are formed. When a clear crystal is pierced with a thread to make a necklace, the crystal looks like the color of the thread. Similarly, auspicious inauspicious bhavna in the Atma is due to the auspicious inauspicious Dravya Lesha. This is called Bhav Lesha. Today, with the help of technology, the color of a person's aura can be determined to a certain extent. With this, one can know about the auspicious inauspicious bhavna or intentions of a person. As Lesha is the cause of karma bandh, by knowing about the auspicious inauspicious Lesha, one can renounce inauspicious Lesha. So there are 6 types of Lesha: Krishna, Neel, Kapot, Tejo, Padma, Shukla. Leshas create bhavna in our Atma as per their colors. Krishna Lesha. Jeev with this Lesha are extremely hostile, merciless, extremely angry, have terrifying expressions, are sharp, harsh, and are alienated from the true nature of Atma and are like murderers. In this Lesha, Jeev is extremely inclined towards hurting others. Even if that could lead to his own loss, the Jeev doesn't care, even at the cost of harming oneself. He would hurt others. For example, Padma Ben lived in a rented house in a chawl. She did not have piped water connection in her home. There was a common tap for all the residents of the chawl. She was in line to fill up the water. Meanwhile, her landlady Shantaben arrived. She also lived in the same chawl. She removed Padma Ben's bucket and replaced it with her own bucket. This made Padma Ben very furious, very angry, and they had an argument. The argument turned into a fight. Padma Ben was ready to do anything to end Shantaben. When she could not think of any other way, she set herself on fire and embraced Shantaben. Shantaben tried her level best to save herself but failed. Padma Ben succeeded. Due to the joy of killing Shantaben, Padma Ben forgot her own pain, the pain of burning or dying. Here's another example. Ramesh failed in 1 subject and Mahesh failed in 2 subjects. At that time, Ramesh forgot about his own failure as Mahesh had failed in 2 subjects. Ramesh was very happy. This is called Krishna Lesha. Neel Lesha. Jeeves with this Lesha are treacherous, pretentious, corrupt, fickle-minded, very indulgent and pathological liars. Due to this Lesha, Jeev inflicts heavy harm on others for his own momentary greed. For example, despite a lot of pressure from the landlord, the tenant was not vacating the house. In the meanwhile, there was an earthquake and the house got destroyed. As a result, his house got vacated and the tenant died. Due to the greed of getting his house free, the landlord became happy despite the fact that his tenant had died. Using cosmetics that have been produced after extensive testing, that is harming on animals, merely for temporary beautification is Neel Lesha. Killing the daughter-in-law merely for a dowry of a couple of lakhs, this is also Neel Lesha. Paramadhami Jeev derives pleasure from torturing Narki Jeev. This is Neel Lesha. Similarly, teasing small kids and becoming happy after making them cry is also Neel Lesha. Kapot Lesha. Jeev with this Lesha are fools. They do not consider any action to be pap, are indifferent towards profit and loss, do not think a lot and are very angry. The Jeev with this Lesha is ready to harm others, not for his benefit, but to reduce his losses. For example, a fox fell in the water. In the meanwhile, a goat came there. The goat asked, "How is the water?" He replied, "The water is very sweet. I would suggest you to come inside as well." The goat jumped inside. Then the fox climbed on the top of the goat and came out. He then said to the goat, "Now you wait for a third person." In order to save himself from a big loss, he trapped the goat. This is Kapoth Lesha. As the proportion of greed in Jeev with this Lesha is very high. For their greed, they can easily make others suffer. If someone's Kapoth Lesha becomes intense, then it can also transform into Neel or Krishna Lesha. Tejo Lesha. The Jeev with this Lesha is efficient, does appropriate karma, is simple, does charity, is virtuous, has a religious mindset and is calm. The Jeev with this Lesha does not miss an opportunity to help others as it can happen easily. For example, if a person gets up to bring water for himself, then he will also prefer to get water for others. If there is a crowd for puja or prabhavna, then not joining the scuffle, instead allowing others to go before him. If fresh hot khaman is being served at Ayambil Khata and there are only 4 to 5 pieces left on the plate, then not taking any, instead giving it to others. If he has 1 crore rupees, then helping someone set up a business with 1 lakh. This is all Tejo Lesha. The essence is that if he does not have to suffer much and that could lead to great benefit for others, he will accept such an option. This is Tejo Lesha. Padma Lesha. The Jeev with this Lesha are compassionate towards animals, stable, helpful towards everyone, extremely skilled, have a sharp mind and are very knowledgeable. The Jeev with this Lesha is so benevolent that even if an act leads to his own loss, as long as it benefits others, he does not care. For example, a man had 3 sons. One day he thought that if he split the business and hands it over to each one respectively, then there won't be any issues after his death in the future. The man had wealth worth 100 crores. He called his sons for its division. At that time, the younger son insisted that it was his right to divide the property irrespective of his age and stature. His other brothers agreed. He said that the division will be based on age and every person would get 1 crore rupees for every year completed. The elder brother would get 42 crores, the middle one would get 34 crores and the younger son would get 24 crores only. On listening to this, his brothers and father were stunned. He then explained, if dad would have divided the property, he would have given 33 crores to each of his sons. However, that would have been unjust. The elder brother has been doing the business for so long, he deserves additional money. This is the result of Padma Lesha. An ordinary person does not even leave 10 rupees change from an auto driver. Most people try to extract freebies from a vegetable vendor. But this Jeev with Padma Lesha sacrificed his 9 crore rupees. Shukla Lesha. The Jeev with this Lesha has a religious mindset, stays away from all pap, is disinterested towards violence etc. and is neutral towards demerits. The Jeev with Shukla Lesha can dedicate everything he has to help others. For example, in the bhav of Nandan Muni, Prabhu Mahavir did 11,80,645 Masak Shaman intending to help others. He had no ulterior motive. This is the result of Shukla Lesha. When Gatsukumal's father-in-law made an earthen structure on his head and filled it with burning coal. At that time he thought, due to the attachment towards my body, if I move even a little bit because of this unbearable pain, then this burning coal would fall on the ground and harm countless Jeevs. Hence, for their safety, he let them burn on his own head. But he did not move. This is the result of Shukla Lesha. The Jeev with Tejo, Padma and Shukla Lesha don't shy away from losing their lives in order to help others. To further explain this subject, the example of Jamun Vruksh has been given in the ancient scriptures. Examples of Jamun Vruksh and 6 Leshas. Once upon a time, 6 travelers lost their way and reached a jungle. They had become miserable due to extreme hunger and thirst. Hence, they were in search of desired food and water. Suddenly, they saw a tree that was covered with blackberries or jamuns. They rushed towards the tree and started looking at it greedily. Then one of them got anxious and said, "Why don't we uproot this tree so that we can eat to our heart's content?" Uprooting the entire tree just for eating blackberries is called Krishna Lesha. In this way, the extremely greedy Jeev who is eager to kill others to satisfy his greed has Krishna Lesha. Look at the image. The first man can be seen trying to cut down the tree. His clothes are extremely black. It signifies that the color of Krishna Lesha is black. In the meanwhile, the second man said, "What is the use of uprooting the entire tree? Also, we do not require this. Instead, we can cut down a few big branches and eat heartily." The thought of cutting down a part of the tree for a small number of blackberries is due to Neel Lesha. In the image, the second man is shown as mildly black, the one who is cutting a big branch. In this way, many greedy people do not hesitate to hurt others and even cut their important organs due to their petty behavior. In the meanwhile, the third man said, "What is the use of cutting down big branches? Instead, we should cut small branches which are full of berries. We are concerned about eating and not cutting down the branches, and there are ample berries on small branches." This thought is a result of kapothlesha. In the image, the third man is portrayed in light blackish color, like that of a pigeon. He is seen cutting the small branches. In this sansar, the materialistic world, there are many jeeves who do not care about the little harm they cause to others in pursuit of their greed. They have kapothlesha. These three leshyas are considered inauspicious as per the ancient texts or scriptures. Just like their color is inauspicious, in the same way their character, taste, smell, etc. is also inauspicious. While the three men were busy with their tasks, the fourth man said, "This is all fine, but we only need the berries, right? What is the use of cutting down the branches at all? We can instead pluck the bunches. That way, we'll be able to eat as many berries as we want, and we won't have to cut down the branches." This thought is the result of tejolesha, the jeev that is careful that due to his greed, others should not have to face any major or medium harm. This is called tejolesha. In the image, this man is shown in the color red, just like the rising sun. The fifth man said, in a serious tone, "That is all fine, but why do we even have to pluck the whole bunch? We do not need the bunches. We need juicy berries only. Why don't we pluck fresh berries instead?" This thought is an indicator of padmalesha. There are many such jeeves in sansar who try their level best to ensure that they do not cause others to suffer at all. They are true symbols of padmalesha. In the image, the fifth man is portrayed in light yellow color, akin to the lotus. That man is plucking berries. But after listening to the views of other five, the sixth man said in a calm voice, "When we can satisfy our hunger and thirst using the berries fallen on the ground, then there is no need for more berries, right? In such a situation, why should we commit the pap of plucking berries?" This thought is the result of shuklalesha. Other jeeves do not have to suffer at all, and our tasks get accomplished. Many jeev in sansar have such views. Jeev with such beliefs have shuklalesha. To imply this, the sixth man is shown in pure white clothes, collecting the fallen berries. Out of the six leshyas, Tejo, Padma and Shuklalesha are considered auspicious because their character does not hurt the jeev extremely in a medium or little proportion, that is, do not hurt or harm them at all. With this example, we can differentiate between the auspicious inauspicious perseverance of all the jeevs in the world based on their tenderness and hardness. Understanding of lesha with the example of thieves. One day many thieves went to loot a city. On the way they were talking. The wicked thief said, "Whoever comes in our sight, men, women, elderly, children or animals, we will kill them and steal whatever they have." Such an extremely harsh character was a result of Krishna Lesha. The second thief said, "Why do we need to kill the animals? What have they done to harm us? They are innocent. However, for the humans whom we hate, we must obviously kill them." This state with medium cruelty is a result of Neel Lesha. The third thief said, "We shouldn't even think of harming women because such tasks are condemnable and prohibited. Therefore, it would be appropriate only to kill the men because men are cruel. Such a partly cruel state is a result of Kapothlesha." The fourth thief said, "No, not all men are the same. Hence, we must only kill armed men." The state of the fourth thief is cruel, but there is a hint of tenderness in it. Therefore, this is the result of Tejolesha. The fifth thief said, "If an armed man is running away from the battlefield, then what is the use of killing him? Hence, we must only kill the armed men who attack us. It is appropriate only to kill such men." As compared to the fourth thief, the fifth one is more compassionate. Undoubtedly, this is due to Padmalesha. The sixth thief said, "Great, why would we even do that? We are looting them already. Why should we kill them as well? This is a great sin. Such acts will lead to Durgati. If we want money, then we can just grab it. What is the use of killing people?" A lot of tenderness can be seen in the sixth thief. This is due to Shuklalesha. It is written in our scriptures that the lesha that a person has during his death impacts the next bhav, that is the next birth of the Atma. Reciprocal comparisons of lesha. People with Shukla lesha are very few. People with Padmaleshya are uncountable times more than them. People with Tejoleshya are uncountable times more than them. People with Kapotleshya are infinite times more than them. The number of people with Nilleshya are more than them. And people with Krishnaleshya are maximum. The main reasons behind Leshya are the state of mind, speech and body. If the state is good, then the Leshya is auspicious. However, if the state is bad, then the Leshya is inauspicious. So in this episode, we learned about Leshya and its types. Thanks for joining Jainism course. Sarve Jivo Mokshe Jao.